Alright, what's up guys? It's Merchant Bills here with you again, and I'm just going to get this third video rolling. Sorry it took me so long to get it started, but I got pretty lazy and divination came out and started doing that a little bit, and I finally level 40. Takes forever. It's a super slow skill, but my clan is pushing me to get this video started, so we're going to go ahead and start this series and get it moving and try to get you guys merchanting. And check out this feature. I like this zoom in feature. You can see your character so good now. It's like, anyway guys, if you want to contact me now, we have this clan going. The clan is called Drowning Pool. We're not necessarily a merchanting clan, but I do give advice to my clanmates on merchanting and flipping and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, join us as a guest in Drowning Pool, or you can go to our clan forum, or we often have our banner up in the southwest corner of the Grand Exchange on World 64, which is our home world, and that's usually where you can find me. I'll just be sitting there merchanting if I'm not doing divination, like 90% of the time. So let's go ahead and go to the Grand Exchange now, and we'll get started on that merchanting and see what we can get you guys to do. Oh yeah, and right here you can see clearly our banner is up. 76 people, Homeworld 64, and our official forum is 5JNG. Feel free to go there and check us out. Alright, so we're going to go over here, and I'm going to go to the least crowded corner of the Grand Exchange so it's easier to work with and you guys can really see what I'm doing. And like I said in my previous videos, which I do recommend you watching first, that I'm going to be starting with 10 mil cash. You can see that it's right there, and that's all we're going to be working with. So basically, the questions that I get are, number one, how do you know what items to use? Okay, well, basically, you want to use an item that has a steady price. You don't want to use one that has a bunch of peaks and a bunch of drops, because you can never be dependent on that item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I want the Grand Exchange graphs to look, or how you want the Grand Exchange graphs to look when you find an item. So I'm going to open a page real quick, and we're going to go to the RuneScape homepage. And we're going to go to community up here, just hover over it and then click on Grand Exchange. And this is a good resource to use, because you can see here, like it says the daily average, which is the orange line, is going up and then a little bit down and down here. Okay, and then the 30-day average, it's pretty constant. So this would be a reasonable item to use if you want to use an item that's pretty low priced, like raw bass is only 580 each. But let's look at some other items like Santa hat. Okay, Santa hat comes up and you can see the current day change is 2.6 mil up. So click on the item and it'll show you the marks. So okay, the daily average, you can see it's dropping and rising. Well, up to 100 and looks like just under 165 mil at one point, and then all the way down to about 155 mil, it looks like. So you can see that it's changing pretty good. However, the 30-day average is a pretty steady line, and that's the line you want to really pay attention to, because that's what you're going to be mainly working with. So for this video, we're going to go ahead and do some lower priced items, since you guys are starting with 10 mil. So let's look at Rocktails. And this is an item that I do recommend at this time, because you can see that it's rather steady, but it's still rising. So that you know, on this item, you know that even if you didn't sell your Rocktails right away, the chances of you making profit are still great. So this is an item that I'm going to recommend you guys start with, and this is the one I'm going to use for the video right now. So let's go back to RuneScape, and the next question I get is, how do you find the prices? Okay, so here is how I'm going to instruct you guys to find the prices. You're going to go in the Grand Exchange, and you're going to look up the item that you want to use, which we're using Rocktails, and you're going to go 5% over. Just add 5%, buy one of them. Okay, I got 147 GP back and the Rocktail. So then you're going to go into the Grand Exchange again, and you're going to sell that item right away for negative 5%. 5% under mid price. So you bought it 5% over and you're selling it 5% under. I got 2,900 GP for it. So then you're going to right click on the Grand Exchange Clerk and you're going to go to History. Now the history is going to show you what you bought and what you sold the Rocktail for. Now this is kind of confusing, and this is where a lot of people get confused, but this is how you're going to find your buy and sell prices. Now for the Rocktails, I sold them for 2,900 GP each. So that means that there are people buying them selling them for 2,900 GP each. And I bought it for 2,943 GP, and that means there are people buying them for 2,943 GP each. So that's basically how we're going to get our prices. So what I like to do is for the buy price, which is going to be the low price obviously, I like to add about 10 GP for this price set. So we're going to be buying them at about 2,910 GP each, and then I like to drop a couple GP off of the sell price, which will be the price that we bought them for. So we're going to sell them for 2,940. So let's go on the Grand Exchange, and you have your 10 mil, and yes, you're going to lose a couple GP when you're finding the price, but it's not much. So let's go to Rocktails, and it was 2,910, and I'm going to buy 1K just for the sake of the video. Of course, you can buy as much as you can afford with the 10 mil or however much cash you want to work with. That is honestly up to you guys. And then occasionally I'll just add another GP if it's not going fast enough, or if it's going too fast, I'll drop it down 1 GP just to increase the profits just a tad. So we're going to go ahead and buy those for that price, and it will take a while. The number one rule for merchanting is patience. So while these buy, I'm going to go ahead and wait a while, and I'm going to pause the video and I'll start it back up when I buy them, and I'll let you guys know how long that took. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I finally bought the 1,000 Rocktails, and keep in mind guys, this is just a demonstration. Usually when I do it, I do the max amount that you can buy of Rocktails, which is 10,000, and I do that every 4 hours, or repeating as much as possible. And also keep in mind that the prices are not going to be the same. The prices that I just demonstrated to you will not be the same by the time you see this video and by the time you do it yourself. So pay close attention to the dates that I post these videos on, so that you can get an idea of when the prices were found, and then so that you will know that it's not the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sell these, and the sell price that we determined was 2,943, but I'm going to drop 3 GP off of it, so it's going to be 2,940, just so it'll sell faster. And I'm going to go ahead and drop 1 more GP just for, no, I'll go ahead and leave it. And that is going to leave us at 29 GP profit per Rocktail. So doing the math on that, 29 GP per Rocktail times 1,000, that's 29K. Not a lot, but think about it, if you do 10,000 Rocktails, that's 290K. And the more you do, the more profit there is. This is just a very small demonstration. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while these sell, and then I'll come back to you guys with the profits. Alright guys, so those Rocktails went ahead and sold, and there you can see the profit, and I sold them for 2,940 each, just like we said, and it worked out. It only took about 5 minutes, so to buy them took about 5 minutes, and to sell them took about 5 minutes. So you can see that I made about 29K in 5 minutes, and if you add that up and do the math, which I'm not going to do for you, it's reasonably decent profit, considering that you can do this at any time. Like, you can put in the merchant and you can go train the new divination skill, or you can go do some Slayer. And basically, I love merchanting because it's something that you can do in the meantime, and it doesn't require a lot of attention or a lot of skill once you learn how to do it. So we're going to go ahead and examine the money pouch and see what we made of. And you can see, there you go, 29K, because I only did 1,000 Rocktails. And when we were selling them, which you guys didn't see on the video, but they sold instantly. It took about 3 minutes to 5 minutes, and then boom, instant, just sold 1,000 of them. So it wasn't like I sold 500 and then waited another couple minutes and sold 200. It was instant 1,000. So I can only imagine that if we were doing 10,000, they would have sold that fast as well. So that's it for this video, guys, and we'll continue the series in the next video. And like I said, I encourage you guys to go ahead and check out our clan drowning pool. We're doing pretty good now, about 77 members, somewhere around there, and we'd like to see you guys come in and talk to us and see what I can do for you guys. All right, we'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks.